Hello and welcome to Code Swamis. Today we'll talk about the top 10 PowerShell commands that every admin should know. Think of this as your Swiss Army knife, right? Things you use every day. So there are a lot of PowerShell commands, but these are the top 10 that we have thought up of, and these are the ones that we believe should help you out. Before we begin, have a look at our intro. And don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, share this with your friends. This is so that you can pass this knowledge to everyone out there, right? So let's have a look at the top 10 commands without further ado. The 10th command, or the last command that we thought of would be Get-Clipboard. Now, Get-Clipboard is, it will get the last thing that you've copied. So if the last thing was that I copied was this, it will show that up. Or it will show that to me. In this particular case, the last thing that I copied was T. So it showed me T, I guess. One moment. So if I do a Control C over here and I run this command, it will give me the last thing that I've copied. Yep. The ninth command, or the ninth most useful command, would be get process. Now, get process tells me all the processes that are currently running on my computer. Let's have a look at all the processes. There are quite a few processes that are running on my computer. If you don't want to see everything that's running, you want a particular process that's running. For example, IE client, you can have just that one process. This would tell you information about the process that's running. Yep. For example, right here. Now, the eighth most valuable command is get service. Now, this command would tell you about all the services that are running on this computer or any local or remote computer. Yep. So these are all the services that are running, or it tells you the status of all the different services, either it's running, stop. You can put a filter on it and get the status of each service. Yep. Let's look at one particular service. Once again, IE client. Status is running. The seventh most valuable command would be get date. Now, we've created a video on this, so we'll put the link in the description. But get date command, it would tell you about the date and time of, well, today. So today is Friday, July 29th, 2022, and this is the time. This is time in India. So use this command to get today's date, and you can also find differences between today's date and an X amount of days, right? So go through that video, the one about get date. You can learn more about this particular command. The sixth most valuable, important PowerShell command would be get execution policy. Now, get execution policy talks about how scripts should run on your computer. This is a security feature. The execution policy on my computer is remote signed, and there are multiple execution policies that can be set, which is a different topic altogether, but some listed out there are remote sign, bypass, default, all sign, restricted, undefined, and there are many, right? I'll put a link in the description. This will take you to a site, which it's a Microsoft site. It should talk about it should tell you a lot of information about execution policies. Here is the URL. It will be in the description as well. But you have execution policies like all signed, which is all scripts can run. You have bypass, which means nothing really is blocked, and it gives you no warnings or no prompts, nothing like that. You have a default execution policy, which it sets the default one. Remote signed, which most of the administrators use. This one is it's set default on your Windows computer, your servers. It's set that scripts can run. It requires a digital signature, and yep, if we go through this, it's a whole new topic. So you can go through the link in the description. Yeah. So this is the sixth most valuable command. All right, the fifth most valuable command or PowerShell command would be get module. And this basically gets all the modules that are installed on your system. Let's have a look at the modules installed on my computer. Now, there would be some that would show up that are pre-installed, but every time you connect to, let's say, your Azure AD, right, or you connect to Exchange, or you connect to AZ, you would import a lot of modules, and those modules would show up dynamically. Now, if you want to get a particular module and not get everything installed on your computer, you can specify the name. In this case, we'll have a look at Azure AD Preview. It will tell you about the module. I'll tell you about the version. And the main thing is the exported commands, right? You want to see what commands are within your module. So if I run this and I want to select the exported commands, right? This would get a list of all the commands. You see this dot, dot, dot. I don't like that. So I do dollar. Here's a trick that should work. Well, not in this case, but let's do pipe ft fl, and this is format list. So fl is an alias for a format list, right? So this would tell me all the commands that are installed or come packaged with this particular module, which is the Azure AD preview. Similarly, you can run the similar command for multiple modules that you have installed, and you can see all the commands that come packaged with this module. The fourth valuable command, or fourth one you guys should have in your pocket knife or in your pocket, would be get command. This one tells me if one of these commands exists on my computer, right? It the the first one which tell me it should tell me all the commands that are installed on my computer. It would take probably 5-6 seconds to run because there would be quite a lot of modules installed on developer's computer. And the list goes on. I'm not going to go through all of this. So we'll just click a stop. Hit stop so that doesn't need to go through all the commands. But if you want a particular command that's installed, want to check or get details about a particular command, you can run this command. Get command. Let me see if this command even exists on my computer. Type the command's name. This will tell me if if that command is installed or comes packaged with some odd module that we learned in the previous command, right? The third most useful PowerShell command is get member. Now, this command is useful because you can get the properties and methods of objects for the commands that you would run, right? So, for example, here, if I just want to find out for get service, what are the members, you can find out the member types. So, you can find out names, the properties, the methods you can use to after you call this command. Now, this one is the get mg user. It's a graph command. You can find out that this bad boy has a lot of properties that can be acquired after you run this. You have different methods that you can use as well right here. So you can add to it, you can clear, you can get get the items, validate, so on and so forth. Then look for properties whenever you're getting when you use the get member command, because the properties would tell you all the different properties that are available within this command. Yep. The second most valuable PowerShell command would be your get alias. Now, if you recall previously, I told you about pipefl, which was alias for format list, right? So now, in case you don't know what each of these aliases mean, and you probably found a script online, it has short forms, you can say, short forms or abbreviations for things you might not really learn, right? So anytime you feel that you don't know a command, you can find out about it But if there is a short form, you can run this. Let's have a look at this command. For get alias, you need to specify the alias. Now here, for each, right? So for each, the entire name of the command is for each object. The alias that is set for it is for each. So for each object, aka is for each. Now you would see some people use this percent symbol, or some people use a question mark symbol before a curly bracket, which is rare. But a percent symbol is an alias for each. You ever want to find out if this what this stands for? Just run get alias, the name, and whatever that special character or the short form is or the abbreviation is. You would find out the actual command, right? So the actual command is for each. And this brings us to our top command, the first one in my list. We have an awesome video about this as well, which is get help. Now, get help does not need any description really, because it actually tells you about each command, right? So anytime you don't know a command, so I just type get hyphen help. What is that command? Let's see, get alias. So get help would tell me what this command get alias is. If I didn't know about a command, you just type in get help and it will tell you about your whatever the command is. Now let's try the for each, right? So if I do get help, with this is the actual command for each object. So get help will tell me about that command, and get alias will tell you all the aliases that this command that is tagged to this command. Now, aliases can be created as well. And if you ever want to find out what that alias means, you would type in get alias. If you want to find out about the command, type in get help, right? I hope you found this list of PowerShell commands useful. These are the top 10 lists, and these are some commands that I use on a daily basis from time to time. And whenever you're developing scripts, you want to find out more about something, use these commands. It would really help you out. You like this video, don't forget to subscribe, share, and forward this to your friends and family. Take care. Have a good day. Cheers.